In this session, I want to talk about the vector files and teach you how to work with Illustrator as much as you need. As I said in the first session, Illustrator program is more compatible with After Effects. Both are vectors. No matter how much we zoom in, their quality doesn't decrease. But Photoshop is a pixel-based program and not very suitable for After Effects. I recommend using the Illustrator. You don't need to design the vector files. I'll introduce you a site which you can find and use whatever vector files you need and desire from there. It's really good to begin. Do a Google search for freepik.com. It's here. You can find all kinds of vector files you like. For example, I want to animate a kitchen scene. So I search kitchen here. Yes, in English. As you see, different kinds of kitchens are available. I need vector files, so I select the vector option from this category. Now you'll see both premium and free vectors. I want free ones, so I select the free option from the license. Look, all kinds of kitchen are here. You can search and download what you want. I click on this one, the free download option. Your download information comes here. You can choose the storage location and click download. It has everything you think of. Just search them in English. You can even download different characters for animation without a character designer. The characters that are here too are mostly used for motion graphics. Now I want to search about watermelon. You'll see different watermelons here. You can download and edit them on the Illustrator program to use. Back to what I downloaded. Open it. The zip file normally has a JPG file, which is the picture. But we need the EPS and AI formats. These are vector formats. Drag any of these formats and drop it in the Illustrator. You'll see your vector file opens. If you want to move between these scenes, use the hand tool option. Its shortcut is the keyboard H key. You can even hold the space key on the keyboard, just like After Effects. For zooming, hold Ctrl+. To zoom out, Ctrl-. Adobe's program shortcuts are almost the same, whether in Photoshop or Illustrator or After Effects. You can use this hand tool, Ctrl+ and Ctrl- to zoom out. One point before I add this file into the After Effects. From this window, the Layers section, if you don't see the layers, activate them from the window menu. This is inactive. I enable it. You can find everything you see in the scene in this section. Each is placed inside a separate layer and grouped. If we save it with this form in Illustrator and import it into After Effects, it would be flat like a picture file. But we want each part in separate layers. Cabinet, chairs, refrigerator, because we want to animate them separately. To animate this scene, you must have each one in separate layers. There is an option here. It's called Indicate Selected Art and selects all of the scene. We need to cut each one of these and paste them into a separate layer and create a new layer by this one. How? Select the selection tool. The shortcut is V key, just like the After Effects. Double click on this part. Again, double click. I can select them apart. With Shift, I select both of them. Hold Ctrl-X or from Edit menu, Cut. The shortcut is easier. I cut it from here. Then click on the back one level, back to the first position. Now create a new layer. And from the Edit menu, choose Paste in Place. The shortcut is Shift Ctrl-V. With Paste in Place, you paste it in the same place you did cut the item. But Paste or Ctrl-V will change the exact place. Now it's on the table. Use Paste in Place or Shift Ctrl-V. This must be done for all layers. I mean for any layer you want to animate. I double click on the hood, then I hold Ctrl X. Back to the first layer, create a new layer, and finally paste in place. You can apart this one too. Ctrl X, a new layer, and paste in place. They have their layers now. This must be done for the whole file. Put each in a separate layer. There's another way to back to the first scene. Let me choose this chair with its shade. I cut them with Ctrl X. Instead of using this mark to back to the first scene, I double click on the gray part. Create a new layer and paste them in place. I chose the table with its shade. Ctrl X and paste in place. Same way with this chair. You can change the order of the layers. If you add something new over something, you can move the layer to the right place. When you put it on another layer, they become a group. Now the two are combined. Press Ctrl Z. To put the chair behind the table, you have to locate its layer just below the table layer, where the blue line is marked, not the blue tape. When you hold it on the whole layer turns blue, but when it's under the layer, a blue line is marked. You can see that it's behind the table now. We do the same for the other parts. You can also separate the spoons, microwave and kettle. Another thing I wanted to tell you, you can select this whole thing with the selection tool. I paste it into a new layer so I can explain more. Paste in place. I zoom in on the kettle. I can move the whole thing, the kettle, and shade with the selection tool. But suppose I want to change the color of this part. I choose the direct selection tool. Select the area you want to change. I want it to be red. You see, its color has changed. You can change the other part too. And this part, pink to red. Do whatever changes you want on the parts with the direct selection tool. The color model used here is gradient. You can add this gradient mode too. I'm not gonna teach you the Illustrator program, but I'm telling you this so you know what is happening. Here's the gradient. I choose another color here, like blue. And the other side is red, for example. So with the second option, gradient, you can change the colors. And of course with the direct selection tool. This one has the gradient too. Or you can change it to the normal color. Normal color and gradient. I turn this side orange and the other side blue. Whatever changes you want to apply about the color of the kettle, refrigerator and others, all can be done using the direct selection tool. Finally, put them all in separate layers. As you can see, we put each of these in separate layers. Each one of these item layer is specified in the layer menu. Table, both chairs and the whole wall. Also, you can change their names. So when you import this file into the After Effects, the layers' names are clear. To change their names, double click here. I name it refrigerator. This one is a teapot. The next one is the microwave. I call this one chair 1 and that one chair 2. If you press enter, it doesn't work like what you do in the After Effects. You must double click on the writing section here. Name the other layers as we did in this part. Now you can save this project as a vector file. Well, I did specify the other layers. You can move the layers now. Put the cabinets together. Top cabinets and down cabinets. Select the table and chairs with Control and put them over the cabinets. This is the oven, microwave and background layer. As you noticed, I did put them in one layer. Layer 15 is empty. You can click on this or press delete from the keyboard. When I click on any of these, that layer will select. You can select them like this. Finally, time to save this vector file. From the File menu, I select Save As. I want it to locate in the picture drive with kitchen name. The kitchen must be in Adobe Illustrator format, the AI. Then click on Save button. No matter what version you have, OK these settings. Now the vector file is ready to be animated in After Effects because they are in separate layers and you can animate them apart. So the next session is about how can I import an Illustrator file into After Effects.